everyone. Welcome to Empowering Women for the Women Entrepreneur Summit. We're really excited about the Women's Entrepreneur Summit coming up in just a few days. So for you women out there, women entrepreneurs, your supporters, and our wonderful listeners, and welcome to our Empowering Women Entrepreneur podcast series, brought to you by the Women Entrepreneur Pajama Party interviews, which we do throughout the year. I'm your host, Cindy Cohen, founder of Seed Your Health Women's Initiative, a nonprofit organization supporting and connecting women entrepreneurs with mentoring, business resources, and confidence building. And today we have something really exciting to share with you. The Women's Entrepreneur Summit Roundtables for Success is just around the corner and is taking place on November 16th at Real Park Events in South Bend, Indiana. It's a fantastic opportunity to connect, learn, and grow your entrepreneur business. And today we have a special treat for you. During this series, we'll be interviewing remarkable women who are planning to attend this year's summit and others who have experienced the magic of the event over previous years. Their stories and insights and experiences will surely inspire you to sign up for the summit. So if you're a woman looking to ignite your entrepreneur spirit or elevate your business game, this episode is for you. Now let's just dive right into our interview with today's phenomenal guest. We have 10 thought-provoking questions to get their perspective on the Women's Entrepreneur Summit. So let's get started. So today we have Ylonda Scott, owner of SheBoss Oasis Retreat, located in Niles, Michigan. Ylonda is a graduate of Seed Your Health Women's Initiative, Women Entrepreneur Excellence Certification Program. Attended the summit since the very first summit we did in 2018, and she's a founder member. Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Cindy.
So we have a few questions for you. So why don't we just dive on in?
Okay.
So can you, okay, great. I can't believe it's been 6 years. This is our 6th year.
Yes.
It's just amazing. It's wonderful. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey as an entrepreneur? Maybe a little bit about your personal story, how you decided to become an entrepreneur, and then a little bit about your business story, like why you do what you do.
All right. Well, once again, I am Ylonda Scott, and I am the founder of SheBoss Oasis Retreats. I am a serial entrepreneur. I dibble dabble in some everything. I have a virtual assistant business. I have a digital marketing business. Online school. I got some of everything, but my heart is with the SheBoss Oasis Retreats, where I take a group of women and I help them develop their business on a strong foundation where they understand, have clarity, and also strength and empowerment to get sales. Stop chasing the sales, but also just get the sales that is actually developed for them. The reason why I decided to become an entrepreneur is because I love being my own boss. I have always been in corporate and worked managed for everyone, and I felt the disconnection of lack of respect of what I could do, and then I felt they took advantage of me because when I came.
Oh gosh, looks like our screen is frozen a little bit. I'm thinking she'll come back on in a few minutes.
To work, I can't. Are we still frozen?
Well, you were. I can hear you now. We did freeze up. Let's see if we can keep going.
I don't know. I can hear you.
Oh, good.
I saw you. It was like it was keep going. So
yeah, we'll just kind of keep going. How about that? So I can tell your story too, I think so.
Yes. It's like I feel my story is like every other woman's story, that you feel unappreciated but overworked and underpaid. And that was my story. And this is like, I believe, my 8th business that I have started. And and this one is really what I have identified with and have a purpose to do.
Mhm.
I'm not doing it just for the monies. So yes, that's why I became an entrepreneur.
Well, you know, it's interesting. Even if you work for someone else, the latest research shows that when you start your like work life all the way through your, I guess you could say, from the beginning of your professional life all the way through to whenever you stop working, the average person works 7 to 10 jobs or has 7 to 10 different careers, not even just jobs, but different careers along the way. So, I mean, to me, it would kind of make sense that if you know, are in the workforce and you're a professional and you have 7 different careers or 10 careers, that if you are starting an entrepreneur business, why wouldn't it follow the same path?
Yes, yes, yes. And what was so funny about my life is that even though I was working for somebody, I always had a side hustle, as they call it today.
Oh,
We just called it family business. Me and my family, we always catered. We have a catering business that we always done. So I would go and work 24, sometimes 30 hours, it seemed like, for somebody else, and then come on home and work for
mhm.
myself with my family. And that's what kept us unified as working. So I always been an entrepreneur. When I was little, I
Oh,
uh,
wow.
would go and I started with one lady, and I would take out her trash, and she would pay me 50 cents. And so then she would tell somebody else, and then I start charging, and I went from 50 cents from her, somebody else 75 cents, and I got so many houses that I started getting my friends to come in, and so then I would give them a quarter, and all they wanted was a huckleberry, and that time a huckleberry was some Kool-Aid frozen in a little foam cup that cost a quarter. So if I gave them a quarter, and, you know, and then my high paying employees, I would give them 50 cents because they were doing more. And
Right?
before I know it, I had the whole lakeside
Oh
going.
gosh.
And so I was just doing so much that, and that was at, I think I was 11 at that time.
That's amazing. Well, you know, you have entrepreneur acumen right from the very beginning. You know, some people, they when they start out in life, they do are gravitated more to an entrepreneur, more creative
Yes.
kind of lifestyle and business, where other people, you know, they don't want to have anything to do with it. When I was growing up, my mom had a flower shop, and so she recruited us to work for her. So I worked the front because I'm not a florist. Zero creativity with the flowers and all of decorating and all that. But I was really great with the customers as a kid. So I went to work for her. And I saw how much work it was for her to work her flower shop, like over Valentine's Day and Halloween and Easter. And then we lived in a small town. So it was the funerals, the weddings. I mean, she was the flower shop in those days. And
Yes.
I saw that and I thought, I don't want to have anything to do with owning my own business. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to get a degree and I'm going to go to work. I'm going to go to work and I'm going to come home and I'm going to like do nothing. And then I'm
That's
going to
how it
do
works.
that over and over. So I went to college to become a nurse, right? So I worked at the hospital, went to work. My job ended when the day ended at the hospital. Then I could do whatever I wanted. And I love that job. I love the job in the hospital. I loved having control of my free time. I could have a social life and I made lots of friends. It was really great. And then after about 25 years, entrepreneurship looked kind of good to me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It just seemed more interesting and more challenging, and a lot of things have changed in my life. And I really thought I was ready to feel like I could help people as an entrepreneur. And that's
Yes.
just sort of that's what I thought. But
Yes. Yes.
yeah, it's a very interesting road, I have to say.
Oh, yes.
Well, let's go to the next question. So we're at question number 2. So what motivated you to attend the Women's Entrepreneur Summit this year? So what's kind of you've gone every year. So what's making you think, oh, this I want to do this year?
Well, one is the partnership. I loved from the beginning. it was the networking. As I was coming out of corporate, deciding what I was going to do, my best friend introduced me to the program, and from there on, it's always been that fellowship and the networking, and that is what motivates me for this year. Where we've been teammates since we met. It was like
Yeah, we're in this
a
together.
separation, that we're to come and be a part of something that is great. That's what motivates me, and especially to attend this year. Just taking the time, making sure you schedule that time off. With everything that's going on in life, it's still okay. Wait a minute, nobody can have a baby this year. Nobody can pass away this year. Not until after the date.
Not till after the summit is over.
Yeah.
Absolutely. One of the things that I really loved about the summit, it was how we launched Seed Your Health Women's Initiative, which is the nonprofit organization helping, women entrepreneurs. It's also allowed us to launch a mentoring program, the Women Entrepreneur Excellence Program. And one of the things I love about that program is once we get committed, like through the summit or the Women Entrepreneur Excellence Program, we're like married for life. Like there's no divorces. Like we're right there for each other, supporting each other, giving each other advice. I mean, many times I, feel like you're my mentor because that's part of the whole mentoring relationship is the mentor and the mentee learn from each other and grow each other's business and support each other. And I love it. I've loved knowing you and getting to know you. And it's been really great watching your business grow and also, take advantage of some of the program you have. So, hey, how about this? So is all of your program online or some of it were face-to-face?
Well, I have one that is coming up in January. It is business development, is where we do the planning and strategy for your business for the whole year. That's an actual retreat. It's a limited seating. That is going to be in, I believe it's Holland, Michigan, where we go away for 3 days. That one is for established business owners who struggle to make sales. So I help them do the relaunch of the business. But other businesses where people who struggle with doing everything themselves, I have a virtual assistant program where you can get a VA for $5 for the project. And but it's a process that we go through because I trained that VA to be your virtual assistant, and you pay them for what you need. I have a program, online course program. It's a 6 months to 12 years where those who want to start a business on a biblical foundation, they can go through that program with 2 live mentorship meetings throughout that time that they go through. So it's a little dibble dabble of that in person and online. So it's a mixture. So each I'm up to 8 businesses now, but they all feed off of each other for the need of the business owner.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. Oh, great. Okay, so back to our questions.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your expectations and goals for this year's summit? Do you have a goal maybe?
My goal is to meet more women and to actually hear their stories so that I can be of help to them in that area. And because that's one of the things when we started the program, you had told us, we need to support each other. And in order to do that, we need to meet at the summit. We need to hear everyone's story, and not come in looking for a customer, but come in looking for a relationship to help build. So that's my goal, is to build a relationship with women to help them, support them on their journey, especially those who are just getting kicked off. My expectation is for the women to come with the mindset of growth. and growth and community, because in order for us to be successful, we have to come together. Nobody else is going to do it for us. So that is my expectation, to come in with that expectation, but come in with a truthful heart, not any malice or anything, but a truthful heart of, your true intent of what you're coming in for, and getting it. And if it's just to come to learn and leave. If it comes to get a fellowship, come learn, get the fellowship and grow.
Right.
So come in with that true intent of what you come for, and be a part of it. Help grow this organization so that it can continue being successful. It haven't made it to 6 years for nothing.
Yeah, that's right. It's fantastic. I really do feel like women entrepreneurs are also meant to be very isolated. It's a very isolated business, especially since, the whole lockdown situation. And for a lot of people, they haven't really, mentally recovered from being kind of by themselves and on their own. It's very hard for them to get out. And I feel that the summit really helps bring people out for a special occasion, for a celebration, for education and learning. And it makes a huge difference. And I also think that as women entrepreneurs, we really need to lock arms with each other and be one voice.
Yes.
And because we have a lot of, like you said, out there, like expectations that we would like to see different, or there's female and community bias for women and women of color in our communities. And the only way we're going to be able to really make a difference in that is to stick together and really support each other and encourage each other to be truthful and honest, and also build credibility for each other, authority for each other, and be seen as a professional as opposed to like a hobbyist, because that's really how a lot of people look at women entrepreneurs. It's cute or sweet or nice that we have a business, but what it really is, a professional business, not cute or sweet or nice.
Yes.
We're in business. So
yeah. And that's where the importance is, especially with the program, understanding where you are a hobbyist and where you are a sale chaser and when you are a business. Because if we don't come in with the idea of a strong foundation, valuable content, a strong launch program, and a sales system where you can make you will feel like that, because you're not fully set up, And what I love about it, the program is not, how to say, one of those fluff over, oh, you want to start a business? This is what you do. Just start. No, it's more than just start. Just start means get motivated, and then you go into the next process. So when they come, they will learn more about how to actually grow a strong, successful business to where you're making sales, you're scaling your business, and you're hitting your actual target market.
Absolutely. Wow, what great business advice we're getting here today. This is amazing. I love it. Oh, this is great.
Thank you.
So, and it's recorded, so we can listen to it 100 times. And it's really great. And don't think I won't either. I'm just saying. So what do you think makes the Women Entrepreneur Summit unique, and why should other women entrepreneurs consider attending?
The uniqueness is the unique people. It have unique skill sets. You have a whole group of different women who can bring a message that is understandable but attainable, that can be scalable. So when you come, you're going to receive information that you can take in. You don't have to have a dictionary and an interpreter to give you what someone said. It is laid out so clear that when you leave out, you're motivated to get started. It eliminates the confusion. That's what the uniqueness of this program is.
Wow, that's really great. Well, you know what? This year we have 21 speakers. We're going to be at. I know it's amazing. We're really excited about it. Each speaker speaks 10 minutes. So if you get 2 tips from each speaker, you will be getting 42 tips. That's enough. It's
Yes.
54 weeks in a year. So
Yes.
if you just do each one, you're like almost to next time when it's time for the summit. But I'm sure you'll get more tips than just two per speaker. I mean, they're all very, very good. It's very exciting. So there's a lot of growth there. So let's see. Let's pick another question. So are there any particular sessions or speakers um, that you attended that you remember? Because we can't really talk about like what's in the future because we haven't listened to those speakers yet. So is there anything that from the other 5 years that you attended that you thought, oh, I'm so glad I heard that thing? And it really kind of transformed the way you thought about things. Is there anything that comes to mind for
Ooh,
you?
Cindy, I am 50.
Everything is transformative.
I can't remember what I did an
Oh my God.
hour ago. Unless
Oh
I
gosh.
made some coffee. That's what.
That's what you mean? You made coffee? It's hard. Well, we don't have to answer this.
But from the summit, I could always tell about the first experience that I had at the first
Oh,
summit.
yeah.
And I was coming in my friend, which she was working when I went with her. So I was by myself. So, and the table that I sat with a group of wonderful women, and we asked each other why were we there, and some was, oh, I'm in the here for the program. They were business owners, and there was a few of us was like, we just here because we were dragged, and we start talking and getting information. And each speaker, as you said, we got the tips from them. And that's where the encouragement was, because I was indecisive if I was going to start a business or if I was going to go back to work.
Oh, okay.
And so that's where I was like, I started business and then I sold them. And I don't know if I want to go through that process again. Let's start something else. But listening to the women, I was like, I got to be a part of this. And when the door was open to be a part of the organization, I was like, yeah, this is where it's at. So that's what I could always remember, was that feeling of an opportunity to be a part of something great. So, and I
Hey,
can't tell you about any
thanks.
speakers, but I can tell you about my experience. I live off the experience. So, and that was one, and when it came open again, and I saw it online because we were a part of an email list. And if
Yes.
anybody don't have an email list, please, you
Get
cringe.
one.
It cringed me. You had to have an email list. But I was on the email list and I received the email and I was like, oh, I remember. And when I saw the email, I remember the table of women that I was with. That, and I was like, oh yes. So then that's when I signed up for the program.
That's amazing. That is so great. You know what? I was just thinking about what do I remember from that very first summit that I think is really great. And there are two things at that. Well, actually, there's a lot of things, but two things that I think we could talk about is one was looking over the room and seeing 120 women at our very first summit who on a Monday had to take off work or call in sick or make some daycare arrangements for them to come. There's a very small fee that goes, so they had to pay, and they were ready to learn. Like, it was amazing. I mean, it was just a sea of women. And the other really amazing part of that for me was how diverse the group was. Like, there were Muslim women there were Jewish women there were Black women there were brown women there were white women there was just every color of women. There was men there. There was a couple of men who came to support their wives who were speakers. There was a man who came because he wanted to do business with women entrepreneurs. So he came. Then a couple other men came to see just what it was all about. Like, why would women have their own business conference? Why would they? How would that be different? And then another man said he came because he felt like the way he was trained to do sales was too harsh. And he wanted to learn more about how women do sales and about how to relationship build and how that looks. And I'm telling you, I think that's the thing that I remember the most. And the next thing I remember the most was a woman coming up to me saying, before I came, I knew I wanted to start a business, but I didn't know what I had to start it in. I
Yes.
just had no idea. And she said to me, after I attended the summit with the ladies at my table, right? The ladies at my table, the other 5 ladies at her table, I now know what my passion is.
Yeah. There you
And
go.
I just thought, wow, what a blessing is that? She
Yes.
could have been years down the road before she discovered that. I
Yes.
mean, to me, it was a transformative event. I mean, it was transforming for me. It was transforming for our community and the way our community viewed women entrepreneurs. It was transforming for everyone in the room and the individuals who came who had something special in mind. So that's kind of what I remember. That was
And
really
don't
great.
forget, because it was a long day. The day was filled all day.
Yep, all day long, not
All
a
day long.
minute.
It wasn't where you dwindle down. It was more people study coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. So yes, it
It
was
was
very
very exciting. It was great. It was very cool. Thanks for helping me get that memory back.
yes, yes,
That
yes.
was exciting.
Yes,
There's nothing that makes, when some people say, oh, I'm just not excited about my business anymore. And, I'm not motivated. And, for me, I mean, all I have to do is kind of go back and remember that first date, right? That first date we went on when we said, that's the guy right there.
there you
Not the husband you have,
go.
but the first date. And so that's kind of how I feel about the summit is, when I go back and I think about that first date or year when we have the women entrepreneurs in our mentoring program,
Yes,
what it
yes,
was like in the beginning, the very first time we met and how excited everyone was, it just gets me so excited too.
yes, 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 yes.
So let's see, we're on question, let's see, 8, which is, could you share a success story or transformation that occurred as a result of attending the summit in the past? So I think we kind of covered that
Yeah,
really. You
yeah,
think we kind of covered that already?
yes.
Okay. And then what advice, this is always great. What advice would you offer to women who are just still thinking about attending? Because we're a week out and I know some people are still on the fence about whether they should attend. And so what advice would you give them about as they're thinking about attending?
Well, as a minister, I always say if you're thinking, you've got to put action into it. Um, because if it's on the forefront, that means that it is for you to move into. So as you move into it, you will see the greatness that come. If it wasn't something for you, you wouldn't even thought about it. So you don't want to leave a thought emptyless because you will still continue
Hmm.
on living an empty life. In order for you to reach goals, you have to move on the thought. So I don't want you to just sit on the thought or keep thinking about if you should attend. I want you to move into the thought and grab your ticket so that you can come and be a part of a great organization of women to network, to meet others who are like-minded. It's good to be in a room of like-minded people. I always say if you're an alcoholic, you go to the bar. And I think people at the bar, they have a good time.
True.
If you're a worshiper, you go to a sanctuary. And when you get in there with a whole bunch of worshipers, yeah, have a good time. If you're an entrepreneur or you are thinking about being an entrepreneur, come and be with like-minded women. You will have a good time. You will grow. You will get your niche thought pattern of what your passion is.
Right.
You will understand if you're struggling in your business. if you need a sales funnel, if your marketing strategy is not good, all of the things that you're struggling with, you will find that there, because you will have so many different skill sets that's floating around that you'll have an opportunity to talk. And guess what? You get free coaching.
Exactly. Because you'll be there. They'll get free mentoring. I'll be there.
Yes,
Along with a lot of other great women. They're going to be there.
yes. And one, as a coach, one of the passionate thing that a coach does is give advice. You know, people be like, oh, you got to get paid for that. No, 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 no. Our heart goes when we see the spark in one eye that brings transformation to them to be successful in what they do, because our rewards come in a whole different, arena. I got plenty of books out that people can purchase. I got plenty of courses I can do and all that. But getting the information out, this is what Cindy have set this up for, is for all of the skill sets to come together and help each other, so that when we go back out, we can be successful in what we do. So that's what I encourage you to do.
That's fantastic. So one of the things I always like to do is to help facilitate connections. So to help facilitate the connections with the women in our community and the people that are listening today and will be listening after we post recording, I want you to share with us the best way to reach you after the podcast is over, and just how to connect with you. How's the best way to do that?
The best way is to join my Facebook page, because on the Facebook page, which is SheBoss Oasis, at SheBoss Oasis on Facebook, because there you will receive information, blogs, upcoming free resources. I do a lot of free resources to make sure that I do good fit. So I don't work with everybody, because not everybody is a good fit for me. So I'm very particular who I work with. But even if we're not a good fit, that time for me to work with you, you still get good information that can help you along with what you're doing. So the Facebook page is the best place to go, where you can join my newsletter, become a part of the SheBoss Oasis YouTube channel. If you're an established business owner, get on the wait list for the retreat, because I only take 50 women, 25. Take 25 at the first one and 25 at the second one. So 50 women of the year. So that's how you can get a hold of me.
Wow, that sounds fantastic.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's move up. So let's keep going here. So I'm sure you're as excited as I am after hearing from this amazing woman, Ylonda Scott.
Oh, bless you.
Who has signed up for every year's summit from the first year, 2018, to this year, 2023, and as they say, and beyond, or have been part of this inspiring legacy. Her story is a proof of that this event can be a pivotal moment in our entrepreneur journey. So let's take her advice to heart. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Join us on November 16th at Real Park Events in South Bend, Indiana, for the Women Entrepreneur Summit, Roundtables for Success. Your journey towards empowerment, growth, and success begins there. To pick up your ticket, go to www, like 3 U's, women's, like more than one, entrepreneursummit.org, or you can find us on Facebook and Instagram, Women's Entrepreneur Summit. Besides the 21 guest speakers, connecting you to the community leaders, motivating and inspiring women entrepreneurs, hyperscaling mentoring, valuable business resources, and confidence building activities will all be there. Plus, we have 4 bonus gifts waiting. So today I'm going to go over the bonus gift that I'm most excited about, which is we're launching a new book at the summit. So this is the book.
Yay!
Yay! It's brand new. A lot of people haven't even seen it. So if they're watching this podcast, they'll see it. We're launching this new book, She Means Business. Breaking Through and Scaling Up. So that's the book. It's for women who are just starting up a business and wondering what's on the road ahead and how to prepare. She Means Business also is for the experienced woman entrepreneur who is stuck or looking to be seen as an authority in your field. Yeah, we made a little website for it. So it's 3 W's, like www.breakingthroughscalingup.com. So you'll be able to find it there. And also at the summit, you'll see we're actually giving, everyone will be wrapped up like this, look really cute. And Better World Books is giving us this really nice notebook so you can take notes. And then a bookmark, isn't that cute?
Yeah.
And then a nice pen. So we'll be all set for the summit. We're super excited about it. So would you like to add anything, Ylonda? Are we ready to sign off?
We are ready to sign off.
Okay, so thank you everyone tuning in to this empowering podcast episode, and we look forward to seeing you at the summit.
Bye-bye.
Bye.